Hey guys, it's Megan. Okay, so I recently got sucked into the journaling side of Pinterest, and I was like, that looks fun. So in today's video, I'll be showing you my top tips for starting a journal, plus a few easy ways to fill it up. If you're starting a new journal, my first tip is to use a smaller notebook so that the pages aren't as intimidating. I like to use these 8.5 by 5.5 inch notebooks. To me, that's the perfect size. It's not too big, but it's not too small. I got this one from Amazon. I'll link it down below. Another thing that's super important to remember is that you can always come back to it. I know that for me, I'll always start out being like, okay, I'm gonna do this every single day, and I inevitably don't, and then I'd just give up on the whole thing entirely. So I feel like the less rules that you have for yourself, the better. And my last piece of advice is that you don't have to show your journal to anyone. I know, like with social media, there is so much pressure to make things like Pinterest worthy, but trust me, your journal will be so much more valuable and there will be so much less pressure if you go into this with the intention of just doing it for yourself. And yes, I know that's a little bit hypocritical since this is literally a journaling video. But after this video, okay, my plan is I'm gonna keep this in my nightstand and just write in it before bed instead of scrolling on my phone. Will I actually do it? Probably not, but like, it's nice to have goals. And speaking of nighttime routines, I want to give a huge thank you to today's video sponsor, Birch Living. Birch is a premium mattress in a box company that makes mattresses and sleep products that are stylish, comfortable, and environmentally conscious. Their non-toxic mattresses are made right here in America, and they're crafted with organic and natural materials that have been sustainably sourced. I ordered the Birch Luxe mattress, which is a premium upgrade to their original, well-loved Birch Natural mattresses. I got a mattress topper as well. This just adds a little bit of extra height to your mattress and makes it even softer. My bedroom is literally the hottest room in my house, and the nice thing about Birch Living is that their mattresses are made from breathable, natural materials to help you keep cool in the summer. I've had my Birch mattress for about a month so far, and I love it. My old mattress was about 15 years old, so it was definitely time for an upgrade. And you guys, the difference is seriously amazing. Okay, so long story, but I've been having some issues with my back lately, and I'm genuinely shocked at how much faster that I fall asleep with my new mattress. Like, it's crazy, I can actually sleep now. This was super easy to set up. They delivered it right to my door for free. I know that it can be a little bit scary making such a big purchase online, but Birch mattresses come with a 100-night sleep trial and a 25-year warranty. If you don't love it, they'll come pick it up and give you a full refund. I love my Birch Luxe mattress, and I think you will too. If you're in the market for a new bed, click the link below or head over to birchliving.com/MeganW to get $400 off your new mattress plus 2 free pillows. Thanks again to Birch Living for sponsoring this video, and without further ado, let's get into how to actually fill your journal. The first idea is to document a routine. I chose to write about my current makeup routine. Now, I am definitely not a beauty guru. I actually kind of suck at makeup. You'd think with how many Bethany Mota videos that I watched in 6th grade that I'd be a little less incompetent, but no. I really like the idea of this because if you find a routine that you like, you can look back and remember what you did and what products that you used. This page was fun because I used some of the actual product on the page. I used my finger to pick up the eyeshadow because you can pick up a lot more pigment that way. Of course, if you're gonna do this, like, definitely wash your hands before and after. This particular routine is what I do if I'm like rushing out the door and I have like 5 minutes, which, let's face it, is literally always because I think, oh yeah, you know, I have time. And then it's like I should have been there 10 minutes ago. I'll usually just do concealer, a little bit of mascara, and lately I've been using this like random Demi Lovato palette that I had for some reason. Honestly, at this point, Demi Lovato is sort of hard to follow. Kind of lost me with the whole alien thing, but you know, hopefully they're doing okay. And sometimes I'll use brow gel, but frankly, usually I just don't care enough. I put on some lip gloss that I use and I kiss the page, which, why do my lips look so weird? Like, what the heck? Apparently this lip gloss was discontinued like 10 years ago. How did I even get this? I have no idea. Okay, so obviously since this is makeup, it can rub off if you don't seal it. I use some of this Krylon matte finishing spray. This works great, but like if you do this, please do it outside because I did not, because I was just like, oh yeah, no, this will be fine. No, it was not fine. Just trust me, it does not smell good. But anyways, here's how the finished page turned out. I actually kind of love this. I think this would be a cool way to test out different eyeshadow looks, or even to like swatch your lip products. This next technique is a fun one. You can make these sort of transparent stickers using magazine pages. All you need is a magazine, some clear packing tape, and a bowl of warm water. Go through your magazine and pick out an image to use. Then stick a piece of tape on top. Make sure that you really stick it on there. I used a Cricut scraper tool to help me, but you can use an old credit card or even just your nails. Cut out your image, then place it in a bowl of warm water for about 3 minutes. When 3 minutes is up, take them out and rub the paper off the back. This should be pretty easy to do. Anything that was white on the page will be clear, and the rest of your image should be transferred onto the tape. If you're having trouble getting some of the paper off, you can just dip it back in the water to sort of soften it up. When you're done, you should have something that looks like this. Let everything dry, and that's it. I don't know if it was the kind of tape that I used or what, but these were like kind of sticky, but I didn't really trust it 100%, so I did end up using a little bit of glue to make sure that they'd stick. So I don't know if you could really call them stickers, but I still think they look pretty cool. Here's another fun technique to try if you're using a spiral-bound notebook. Flip back to the last page in your notebook, and use scissors or an X-Acto knife to carefully make cuts in each hole like this. This will allow you to carefully remove the page without leaving any paper behind. Get some tape and stick a piece on either side of the holes to seal that edge back up. Cut off any excess, then use a hole punch to redo the holes. Mine was a little bit off since I was using a round hole punch and I had square holes, but it ended up working just fine. Now that we've made our template, we can go look for something to add to our journal. One of my favorite things to use in my journals is old packaging. Alright, so I cut my finger the other day and I finally used up the last Hello Kitty Band-Aid that's apparently been in my mom's bathroom since 2005. I cut out the side of the box, flipped it over, and used the template that we just made to trace circles onto the back. I used my hole punch to carefully cut out the holes, then used scissors to cut slits in the middle of each hole like this. You just add it into your journal like this. I really don't know how to explain this, but I feel like you can kind of see what I'm doing. You pretty much just press it in there. I really like this technique for things where you want to be able to see the front and the back. I think this would work really well with postcards or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this one yet. Maybe I'll add a photo to the back or something, I don't know. If you have any suggestions, make sure to let me know. Idea number 5 is to add in screenshots of comments or texts. I feel like text would probably make more sense for the general population, but personally, I have no friends. So instead, I printed out this really sweet comment that I got from Mariah Elizabeth on my recent Q&A video. Obviously, Mariah is someone that I really look up to, and I know how busy she must be. So I don't know, I just thought that it was really cool that she actually watched one of my videos. Thanks, Mariah. Especially that one, because frankly, it kind of flopped. Which, that kind of thing happens, no big deal. That's the thing about YouTube. If something doesn't get views, you kind of have to switch it up until you figure out what will. Like my Create This Book series. I was gonna bring it back, but the last one that I posted did terrible. So, I don't know, man. Of course, since it's Mariah, I had to draw a rainbow in the background. I just kept it super simple and used colored pencils. And here's how the finished page turned out. Mariah, if you see this, love you, girly. If you've seen any of my other sketchbook or journaling videos, you know I love making things with old magazines. For this page, I decided to pick a color and decorate my page primarily using that color. Since the cover of my journal was made from this transparent pink plastic, I wanted to use the first page in my notebook as sort of a cover page. So I went through my collection of magazine clippings and picked out a few that I liked. If you don't have any magazines, you can definitely print out images that you like as well. I always liked using magazines though, because I feel like it's sort of more random that way. Magazine clippings can also tell you a lot about what was trendy and what was going on in the world while you were filling out your journal. And it's actually really easy to get magazines for free too. I subscribed to a bunch of them a couple years ago by filling out surveys or something. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. I thought this pillow was funny though. I got it together, but I forgot where I put it. Girl, me too. If that ain't the story of my life. But here's how my finished collage turned out. Another thing you can do is make a physical Pinterest board. Okay, so this might be kind of weird, but I have an explanation. I've had my current Pinterest account for a very long time, and, well, I definitely used to save some questionable things, but I don't really remember what, because I keep getting these freaking emails from Pinterest being like, we removed your pin because it violated community guidelines, except they never tell you which pin that it was, or why they had an issue with it. So, moral of that story, if you're on Pinterest and you want to save something questionable, maybe just save it directly to your phone. These ones aren't that questionable because, YouTube, and I keep getting sucked into these freaking whisper memes, and some of them are so freaking funny. These aren't the really funny ones because, I prefer to remain monetized, and also if I showed you the ones that I think are funny, you'd probably think I was insane. This girlie, I don't know who she is, but same. This last idea is actually a couple ideas combined into one, but that is to make lists. There are so many different types of lists that you can make. These are nice for times when you might not have anything specific that you want to write about, but you still want to do something. I also like doing these because personally, I am not really that great with words, which is why I have an art channel. The first list that I made was a glow up checklist. This is basically just a list of things that you can realistically do to improve yourself, whether that's physically or mentally. Frankly, I have looked and felt like trash lately. I said this in another video, I've been having some like issues physically, whatever, and you know, when that happens, I'm generally like, okay, what is in my power that I can fix, you know? Do I think I'll actually do half of these? Probably not, but like I said, at least we have goals. I added some magazine clippings to this page, but I think I should have just left it plain. Comment down below, is there anything that you want to accomplish before the end of the year? Another list that you can make is a list of things that you love. One way that I like to add a little bit more interest to my journals is by doing fancier titles like this. For this one, I traced a heart stencil that I had, filled it in with some colored pencil, and used some letter stamps on a separate sheet of paper to create the title. This one seems to be very popular on Pinterest, and you know, it was actually kind of hard to think of things. Let's be real, these are all like very generic and like basic, but same. Sometimes my brain just moves faster than my hands, so maybe writing in pen is not the best option. But anyways, here's how that one turned out. Another list that you can make is a list of things that you want to learn. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Again, I feel like these are kind of boring, but like things that I really need to do soon. I mean, some of them like sewing, I already know how to do, but kind of want to get better at it because I've broken like 3 sewing machines. It's not good. And the last list, like, I don't know. If you go on like Pinterest, all these like journal thingies are so positive, and it's just like, I just thought this would be funny. But it is to make a list of red flags about yourself, because it's nice to be self-aware. This one I did not fill out because way too many people that I know watch these videos. But trust me, there's a lot. On that note, that was everything for this video. Make sure to let me know which idea was your favorite. I think my favorite was either the makeup page or the cover page. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Again, thank you so much to Birch Living for sponsoring this video. My merch, my website, and all of my social media will be linked down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys later. Bye!